So
the stuff that I had planned to talk about last week was this Ed Reed shit.
oh, with the him getting fired, was he?
Well, I had planned on talking about this before he got fired. Well,
Is it even a
asked
firing?
to step down or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Cause I wanted us to react if y'all hadn't seen it, the video of him riding around on campus talking about they picking up trash and shit. Have y'all seen it?
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. No.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
So I wanted y'all opinions on that, and then like a couple days later was when he got fired, and he had that meeting with the team where he went live or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then that came out. I wanted y'all opinions on that, and then Eddie George spoke on it on issues with HBCUs. I don't know if y'all saw that clip, and I wanted y'all's opinion on that, and then something unrelated.
Is that the white dude or the black dude?
Who?
Eddie
George. He black.
He coached Tennessee State.
Okay. Because there was some white dude that was saying it's not a Deion or what's not. It's an HBCU problem, and I'm just like, ooh, it's Black History Month. Don't be mouth. But I have a few opinions.
I am a person that if you right, it don't matter when it is.
Shit.
Okay.
If you write it, what?
It don't matter what time of year it is.
Shit.
Oh.
If you write about, even if it's a black issue, if you right, I don't know what the dude said, but I'm just saying if he's right.
If you white and you right, you better be right in March. Tell you that. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. This Black History Month.
And I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
Anyway, so first off, the video of him riding around, and for the people that didn't see it, I'll put a little clip of it in the shit. Him riding around on campus talking about they got to pick up trash and they didn't clean his office. You know, that whole little rant. What was y'all's thoughts when y'all saw that?
Honest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my his rant was I think it was the delivery more so than the message that bothered people.
Yeah,
but in certain words, like when you use certain words like broken, like broken mentality, like you making it a race thing. I don't give a fuck how you want to say it.
Yeah, like
certain shit you have to have paid your dues to come out publicly and say it. I really believe it. But what I'm finna say is this: I don't think Ed Reed feel as comfortable to do that if Deion Sanders hadn't been throwing rocks at Jackson State this whole time. I think Deion made it comfortable to come in and be critical of HBCUs if you have a name that's big enough to withstand it and still be accepted by the HBCU.
Yeah. So
I don't think we get the Ed Reed video without Deion Sanders, like talking about the people breaking in his office, and the big one to me was the ticket sales at the gate, him donating his money to the school. See, if he been throwing rocks, you talking about brick by brick. He been throwing rocks to build a brick. I don't even know if that's how you build a brick.
It's close enough.
But
it's not. But go ahead.
He definitely been throwing rocks, and I think that led to the Ed Reed thing. Bethune-Cookman, their administration, like, you should have known like what you was getting when you was getting him.
Yeah.
Like, don't think you finna go get a Hall of Fame notable NFL player and he not finna. I'm not saying they should have seen that coming in the Instagram post, but watching what we just went through with Deion, see, we had no gauge. Mm-hmm. Watching what we just went through with him, you should have known, like, these motherfuckers is not finna come in and be silent. Like, if they got a problem, they're going to speak on it, and they're going to speak on it publicly. Deion was a lot more strategic, though, in how he moved about speaking on certain shit. Ed Reed just kind of jumped out there. Deion he thought it out. Eddie George, I think you get something different, in my opinion, on why is, and he kind of spoke on it in an interview, but in my opinion, why Eddie George, and I don't know if you remember us discussing this, I said when Eddie George got hired, he would be different from Hugh and Deion for the simple fact of the place that he's coaching at, even though he didn't play at Tennessee State or for HBCUs, he played his professional ball in Nashville. Yeah. So he already has some built up equity in the community for years and years. He knows what to expect of this community. He ain't walking into something new.
Yeah.
Them other two and really them other three, they don't have it. And he know how to get it done because, like he said, they used to do their training camp at Tennessee State and stay in the dorms. So he knew some of the problems that was in the dorms already prior to him even getting there.
Yeah. So
he ain't acting shell-shocked. Now you got Deion talking about he spent a whole bunch of time at FAMU campus and all this other shit, but you know how they go. So that's why I think Eddie George is that, and probably just because of how he naturally is too. Because the other two were much more flamboyant football players than Eddie George. He was kind of a quiet, you get what I'm saying, even though he a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Deion set the stage for Ed Reed to do. I feel like by Bethune firing Ed Reed or whatever they did, I do feel like notable NFL players are going to be very skeptical before accepting another HBCU coaching job. Because Bethune really checked Ed the way Jackson State should have checked Deion. But you couldn't check Deion because of the way that he was doing it.
Yeah, and what you were getting from it.
Yeah, see that he made it tough. Ed Reed kind of just hung himself.
So, what I see, first off, this whole situation with Bethune-Cookman reminds me of 2013 with Grambling when they
Doug
with Doug when they went on strike or whatever.
Yeah,
it reminds me of that. But what the parallel, and you touched on it, is you got two people who do not come from, they may come from, low income personal lives, like low income families or whatever. But when it comes to athletics, they didn't come from HBCUs. You might have spent time there fucking off or whatever, but you don't really know what's going on unless you go there and you play there. And you got two dudes, prominent players, who I don't think they really knew, like you said, what they was getting themselves into. And now that shit, even, like Deion was in college in the 80s, Ed Reed was in college in the late 90s. It's 20, 30 years later, 40, however long years later, but them problems still here. Especially if you comparing it to what Florida State is now or what Miami is now. Fam, I mean, Bethune-Cookman and Jack State ain't that.
Yeah.
Might not ever be that. But, So you can't come in expecting shit to be sweet. Now, the nigga office should have been clean.
I agree with that. That can't happen. That cannot.
Come on now. You can't clean a nigga office.
That can't happen.
That was some bullshit.
That's trifling.
But trash being on the campus, if you go to, I ain't gonna say any black campus, but the black campuses I've been to, it's gonna be trash here.
You ride through the neighborhood in this bitch.
I'll say this though, that don't make it right.
It don't make it right, but two wrongs don't make it right.
Then people talked about the hurricane too. That trash part of that.
Yeah, but
they did go through that hurricane last year. I did forget about that.
But to me, in a way, it's like I agree, but I disagree because again, you could get his office clean, and even if y'all don't have the staff to do it, you telling me it's not no seniors or no Greeks that need
some community service
that could do it on the weekend. You're telling me that, even for the Greeks, it wouldn't be a good look to, hey, look at what we did for your office. Kappa Alpha Psi did this specifically.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be. So there's there's ways to get it done. It's just niggas don't want to do it. But in that same breath, kind of agreeing with James too, I kind of feel like Deion set the pace.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like there will never be the era of, and maybe I'm saying this a little too prematurely or premature, but I think the era of superstar football players and all this stuff coming to HBCU, being coaches and kids coming, I think that's dead. I think it's done now. Because, and I say that because there's this saying that says, especially like for black people, we have to work twice as hard to get half of what they get. And the when you're working twice as hard to get half of what the other person gets, the moment you do the smallest shit, it's on a big microscope. So when you have Deion saying that small, because if y'all all remember when Deion was saying the shit that he was saying, and he was at Jackson State, the microscope was big, but it wasn't, and niggas seen it.
His name was able to overcome.
But it wasn't until when he left. Now the microscope got bigger, and now everybody's saying, you know, oh, niggas is stealing. Niggas did this, and niggas did this, and niggas did this. Now with Ed, you putting on Instagram Live to your thousands of followers how they ain't clean your office and all this other stuff. Now that puts this even bigger thing, because it's like Deion said the same shit. Yeah. He's saying the same shit.
And now it's not just Jackson State.
Now it's not just Jackson State. So now, that's done. Yeah. Deals done. TV time done. Players done. It's like, and I said maybe I'm saying it, you know, prematurely only because, you know, when football season come back around for Jackson State, we're gonna see what happens then. Because if they winning, then we're not gonna get that microscope, but niggas can't really talk too much. But if we start losing, then that microscope gets even bigger. And unfortunately that's the way the world works. So I do think Deion kind of single-handedly brought up HBCU football, but he also killed it. He killed it. You know what I'm saying? But also, too, you have to put blame on the universities, because there are people in these universities, what's it called? Not the alumni. Administration. Yeah, the administration that are crooks. Yeah. And there are people in that administration who they don't care about how the field look and all this other stuff. They care about how they look, and how they look really don't merge with the school.
Because how they look more so comes with the academic side.
Exactly. You feel me? Or just even sometimes just comes with the name of the position that they have. It's like, oh, well, I'm doing my job on this side. Yeah. My job ain't concerned with athletics.
Like school. I was thinking about school president.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like you do kind of got to put blame on them, because even like I watch Roland Martin Unfiltered. Shout out to Roland Martin Unfiltered. If y'all know what that is, you know. But if you don't, it's pretty much black-owned media, like CNN, but black-owned. Yeah. And he talked to the students. He talked to the intern. I think it was an intern president or president. I'm not sure, but he talked to him, and the students was like, no, there's mold in our rooms. This man has done more for us and the football team than the administration has. They was up there talking about, nigga, we sharing helmets. We can't put our helmets and stuff in certain stuff because if it starts raining, it gets moldy. Our gear, we're wearing moldy gear. Yeah. So we have to be sharing.
And I saw the clip of them niggas actually trading helmets.
Yes.
Mid-game.
You feel me? So it's like, and then I think one of the niggas in the administration was just like, you're just doing, it's like a one-sided thing. Like, they old niggas, so they coming at it like old niggas. Like, we don't want you talking about us, but we also don't want to come and clear it up. Yeah. So I think both sides have a fair point, but it's hard.
To some of that, to me, that's why I say, look, I've been highly critical of Deion. But one of the things is, if his players ain't got helmets, if his players ain't got that, he ain't gonna jump off the ledge. He gonna go make it happen for him.
First.
Now, he gonna criticize and throw them rocks like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But he, once again, he know how to do certain shit.
Yeah.
And Ed Reed should have just really sat down and thought about it. Like, he jumped off. Like, he made it about himself rather than the team. And whether it was sincere or not, what Deion did, one thing he always did, he always took care of his players.
Yeah.
And that couldn't be denied.
I think the problem is, and this really speaks to both of them not really knowing about HBCUs. I think they don't understand the culture. And if you really understood HBCUs, it's one of those things where kind of how, like, you know, I don't know if maybe like y'all been with a girl or your parents or whatever, where they be like, when we in public and if something happen, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm riding with you. But when we get back in the car, I'm on your ass. Yeah. It's I don't think they understand that has to be the culture for HBCUs.
That's a black thing.
Because it's like if the moment you say one wrong thing, first of all, they already mad that you here. Yeah. So the moment you say one thing is off, that one thing spreads, and if niggas play telephone and it goes from, you know, oh, they didn't clean out the office to niggas went into the office, stole everything, the paint was this, the this was this, there was black mold, and majority of that shit ain't even true. Yeah. So it's one of those things where if you really knew about the culture, I ain't mad at you being critical, but be critical on the low. Be critical in the office. Be critical when it's time. But don't go on fucking Shannon Sharp or ESPN documentary or whatever the case may be and say, well, I'm looking at the ticket sales and the ticket sales say this, so that means somebody must be stealing.
He did that on Earn Your Leisure.
And when I first seen
it, I was like, you don't do that.
You cannot do that because that's going to go like what?
The AD should have checked that motherfucking shit.
It don't matter how many good things you say, that's going to be the headline.
That's what they going to focus in on.
That, like I said, you know, when you this is what I think is the difference between a Deion, a Ed Reed, and a Doug Williams. Now, I don't necessarily remember, like, when all that shit was going on at Grambling, if Doug Williams came out and said anything. Mm-hmm. But Doug Williams played at Grambling under Eddie Robinson, so he know what's going on.
And he had coached there before.
And he had already coached there before. So I feel like if there's an issue, Doug is somebody who would go to the AD or the president and be like, look, this don't need to be like this. We need to fix. Get us, you know, because they had moldy equipment and all kind of shit too.
I think they had a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah, they had. That shit was ridiculous. But it was like, hey, look, shit, we need. If you want this program to survive, not even be successful at this point, just survive, we need these things to change.
Exactly.
Not go on social media, go on an interview, or go on live and be like, y'all ain't doing this, y'all ain't got that, blah 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 blah.
But see, that's the career. You gotta look at that. If you look at the career that they've had, especially mainly for Deion, anytime Deion don't like some shit, he vocal about it. I seen the shit where I can't remember if it was like a coach or a GM that he had poured water on.
It was a reporter.
It was a reporter on national. He didn't like what the reporter said. Stop what he was doing and pour water on him. Yeah. Deion he's very. I'm finna go say what I want to say and nobody can tell me nothing. So that's why I'm saying it speaks to, not saying that they ain't black or no shit like that. Like, I'm not going to say that ridiculous shit, but it speaks to they don't understand the culture they don't understand. I don't think they're that in tune with the culture, but especially they're not in tune with the culture of HBCUs and the politics of it and how everything works. Because if you were, you would be very careful about what you say. You would, and I feel like you would think they will understand being under a microscope, niggas hating on you and looking for every little thing you do wrong and not focusing on what you did right. Because now you done won some shit for Jackson State. You done took Jackson State to twice now. But was in the headlines? Is that what ESPN is talking about?
It's in the headline. He don't care what ESPN talking about. So you gotta look at it like this: both of their names secured. They don't care what ESPN got to say because it's not gonna affect the bottom line of who they are.
Right.
Like Deion Sanders, like who criticizes him? Like he done went from Florida State to the Atlanta Falcons, Dallas Cowboys, San Francisco. Yeah. Just look at the shit he been around.
That's what I'm saying.
Some of what he's saying I understand because you got to look at the organizational structure that he done been around.
Of course.
But at the same time, sometimes you just out of touch with the common, everyday, average struggle.
Exactly.
That's what a HBCU represent.
Exactly.
It just represent a common, everyday, average struggle of a black person. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like both of them probably just they don't understand it because they just number one they didn't play at it.
They bottom line to themselves.
Yeah, they didn't play at it. So you know when motherfuckers get to talking all that shit, and then some about it too. I always felt like Deion was extended too much grace. I didn't want to see Ed Reed lose his job because I think he had much more of a point than Deion Sanders did. Mm-hmm. And I'd at least want to see him coach and see what he could do.
But see, I think Deion knew he had that grace. Because I think that's part of the reason why he chose Jackson State. It wasn't because God sent him there, it's because he knew y'all right now.
We need him. That's the way he looked at it. Yeah.
Exactly. You need me more than I need you.
Which wasn't the case because he's not in Colorado without Jackson State.
Of course, but it was a thing of y'all need, like, we both need each other, but y'all need me more. You see what I'm saying? So knowing that you need me more, a lot of shit that I'm going to ask for, you going to give it to me. When Jackson State went from Nike to Under Armour.
That should have never happened.
It should have never happened. But you want Deion, that's what it is. Granted, this nigga in Colorado wearing Nike shit.
Because they ain't going for it.
Them niggas not going for it.
And that's another difference, I think, between Ed and Deion. I think even though I'm saying Ed went about it wrong, I think he just that way. He probably just be that way regardless. He might do that shit if he was at anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Deion gone. I don't want to call him the C word. You know what I'm saying? Because they be on my ass about it. But he gonna play the political game.
Right.
He gonna shuck and jive.
Right. So I'm gonna be a little devil's advocate.
Okay.
First, I just want to comment on going from Nike to Under Armour. Whether you say it should or should not have happened, that could have been a smart business move because Mississippi does not have an Under Armour school. So we would be the Under Armour school in the state, which means we would be their priority in the state. Mm-hmm. Ole Miss is Nike, Mississippi State is Adidas.
Southern Miss Nike, right?
Southern Miss is Nike, or they might still be Russell, but I think they Nike, or they might have moved to Adidas. They Nike or Adidas. Alcorn is Adidas. Valley is Nike.
Yeah.
Delta State might be Under Armour, but they D2. So I mean, we would be the D1 plug when it come to Under Armour shit.
Yeah.
Cause even before Deion shit, before what's the nigga name? Hendricks. And it was like when I was working with the team and the equipment staff, I was talking to the old equipment manager. I mean the old head equipment manager. Just like what if Jack State changed brands, blah blah blah. And he even was like, I would do Under Armour for that same reason.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, they should have done this shit different, right? That's what we saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
You shouldn't have just, like you said, jumped off the bridge and just
went
all over the place.
Public. That's
shouldn't have went
all
public.
I'm saying.
Right.
He had a right to say what the fuck he said.
Right.
Yeah.
But think about how many coaches pre-Deion, pre-Ed Reed, probably did go in the office and say, look, I need this changed. I want this changed. We need a new field. We need new equipment, blah, 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 blah. And the presidents or ADs was like, man, the fuck out my office. You know?
True.
And ain't shit you can really do about it. But if you that big name and you know that your big name can get this message out to a lot more people than say a regular coach, say a Dancy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dancy got them same issues or had them same issues at Valley. And he might have went to whoever the AD or the president is up there and with some of them same concerns and was like, nigga, we ain't got no money or we ain't finna find the money or whatever it is. They getting some type of excuse. But then Deion come and here go a new truck. Just for
dancing not Deion.
Deion
still Deion, regardless if he go public or not. Ed Reed still got certain clout because of who he is.
He do, but like y'all said, my thing, I don't like something. I'm letting everybody know. So,
but Deion, that's the thing. I don't think Deion has to do that because here's the thing, right? Deion didn't go to the public saying Jackson State got to be an Under Armour school.
Yeah,
that was in negotiations, talked about, and it happened. Mm-hmm. Deion didn't go out and say, I need my locker or my coaching room changed.
Oh yeah, the feel good play good.
Yeah, he didn't go out and say I need all that shit changed. He talked to whoever he had to talk to behind the scenes, and the shit got done. But so when I'm seeing that
shit that's that locker room part, that's minor.
Even though it's minor, a lot of coaches will ask for that shit
and wouldn't get it.
But he asked for it and behind the scenes, and it happened, which lets me know you understand what level you are on the playing field, and you know what you can ask for.
Clever wordplay.
And you know what you can ask for in the process. So for you to go out of your way publicly to say some shit, that just means you wanted to do that shit. Because if you've been getting everything else that you've wanted and you ain't been going public about it, you've been going to niggas about it and they've been giving it to you, now you just going public just to add some shit for your TV show on Amazon. Now you just doing this shit for camera shit. Because you've been getting anything you've wanted, you've got. They didn't give you pushback. They didn't sit there and do this. They didn't. Anything you went to niggas for, you got it and then some. And then some.
And then the thing about this too, let's be real.
So the problem is they going public about the wrong shit.
It's nah, I ain't gonna say that.
Because the good shit they don't go public for. This nigga breaking my car.
That's what I was finna get to. He went public about a nigga breaking in his son's car, or he go public about that damn boombox. But at the same time, we all know how dangerous this city is. Like, bro, you were well respected and well protected when you were here. Nothing happened to you.
Nothing. You had a motherfucking what's it called? It was a sheriff. Mm-hmm. Nigga had the police everywhere he went.
Not even just the police, just period. People respected that man.
Yeah.
People still respect him. So it's like, do you know how rough it'll be on a nigga with some type of status who motherfuckers in this city didn't respect? This ain't like being in Atlanta or even, I know everywhere got their problems, right. But the shit just here so compact and small. Like, right. Nigga, it ain't too many places you can live around this bitch. Right. Like, for real.
And not be seen by if somebody looking for you.
It ain't, if you want to shop on a certain level, you got 2 places to go. Maybe 3. You got the Renaissance, you got Dogwood. Facts. Or maybe you can add the outlet to that. Well, no, I'm going to keep it at them too. Yeah, you got the Renaissance and you got Dogwood.
Highland Village.
Even if you throw Highland, I'll take my chance in the Renaissance and Dogwood
I agree with
Highland Village.
I definitely
Highland Village. But you know, it ain't too many restaurants you want to eat at. Like, ain't too many restaurants you can't eat it without being seen. So you were very well respected and had people looking out for you here. Now, somebody getting your car broke into, like, come on, bro.
And then also, too, you got to think about it. The nigga who probably broke into your car is probably a motherfucking crackhead or some shit. Or, even if it ain't, right? It's probably a motherfucker who don't know this is
your who car. And if they do know, they did it when you... They didn't do it when you was in it.
Knew who car that was.
They ain't do it when you was in it.
To be fair.
You think so?
They didn't do it when he was in it. That's the thing. But niggas know who car it is.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like
it's not like niggas was breaking in random cars in the parking lot behind transition. Transition. They targeted this nigga car specifically because it's right by the football shit. Him and his son car, right by the football shit. You know, it's probably the best car out there because these niggas got money.
Yeah.
And depending on what type of criminal it is, you probably watch this nigga get in and out this motherfucker.
But
so
they did. They ain't even bust the window. Damn, niggas respect you.
They bust shallow shit.
Yeah,
I thought they professionally cut that motherfucker out.
Yeah, bust nigga.
They
professionally bust that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh man, be happy your ass wasn't in there.
But what I'm saying, I don't even think they took nothing for real.
It might not have been nothing to take.
And I'm not saying like it should happen at all. Yeah. Period. But what I'm saying is, one thing I've being a Mississippian, when you doing, especially for Jackson, if you doing shit right, niggas is rallying behind you. Now we brought up, I think James had said, it's not like it's Atlanta. Like in Atlanta, they don't give a fuck about Deion because everybody's a celebrity. Everybody got their clothing brand. Everybody do music. Everybody knows somebody who's a celebrity. Jackson ain't that. Jackson's a place where niggas gonna be like, we gonna rally behind you. You feel me? And I can guarantee, whoever did it, I can promise you they got caught. And they probably don't talk about it, but come on.
I feel like I would have seen that if they got caught.
But you think you would. But
because the niggas I see that do get caught be over shit that I ain't know what's going on. So if they be like, this the nigga that stole Deion shit, I feel like it would have came.
But no, I think. But even when the first game, and niggas was like, somebody came into his locker room and stole something. I don't even know. Did someone really steal something? Because I was hearing mixed stories that someone stole something and they caught him, or he just lost some shit. Either way it go, I feel like if it was really like a serious situation for Deion, we would know. But niggas not gonna do that shit to him.
And then it was like, first of all, I really wish though we would get together in Jackson State. Period. The students, athletes, all leave that shit alone, man. Now, once niggas want into certain parts of the city and all that, it's only so much you can do with change. But while they on campus, man, leave that shit alone, man.
Facts.
Leave that shit
alone. That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
That's why I believe. I don't think it was a on campus nigga. I think that was just random.
It never is.
That's what I'm saying. I just think that shit was a random act. Like,
I don't know about random, but it wasn't a nigga. It wasn't a student. I don't think. But I mean, you in addition, so. Nigga from the addition might have been riding by, but like, oh shit, there go Deion, getting in his truck. Come back a little later. Oh, they go shot.
Out of respect.
Come back a little later.
But niggas fuck Jackson fucked with that man. But still, a lot of people still do fuck with him.
To be fair, he did highlight some of like the good shit that like hospitality and shit that he felt.
Yeah.
While he was here going to people's
houses.
We
knew that.
I mean, yeah, but it ain't. What my point is, and I'm not trying to just advocate for him, but he didn't only highlight or go public with negative shit.
Yeah.
But see, this one, and I think that goes back to my point. He didn't, but that's the negative shit. Is the shit that's always gonna blow up, especially within HBCU.
He know that.
I don't think he did. That's what I'm saying. I don't think if you understand the culture, then you would know that, and you wouldn't say a lot of shit that you said. As smart as that man
is, I believe he knew it. He's still playing.
Nah,
he's still trying to play chess.
I think his mindset was, let me be vocal about all the shit so the shit can change. Not understanding, nigga, this is not Colorado.
So you think
you can be vocal in Colorado and shit will change.
You ain't finna be vocal up there because them white folks ain't finna let you. You not finna be vocal. You see his ass now. They told that motherfucker don't pray. They told your motherfucking ass don't pray, so let's see what you do now. Did God still call you to that motherfucker?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All that bullshit ass games he be playing. That motherfucker knew when he talked about them ticket sales what he was doing. Just like when I got on motherfucking and I said when he talked about he don't care about our tradition, it's just the way he worded. Nah, he know what the fuck he's saying. He been in the limelight longer than a lot of people out here have. That motherfucker know. That's why I say, boy, they should have checked, boy. That's why I ain't made to be like no type of athletic director. I told them motherfucker.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Jackson State wasn't in the position to do that. If Jackson State was in the position to do that, like, even though, like, let's look at it, right? Even though Colorado really ain't been winning shit, Even though Colorado really ain't been popping like that, it's still Colorado. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's still, we got our way of doing shit that we ain't letting up. Whereas Jackson, on the other hand, is like, we willing to try some shit. We open. So if this is how you do shit, fuck it, we'll give it a try. If this is what gives results, fuck it, we'll try it.
And it's crazy because with that bill they just passed,
over with.
Might not be like that too much longer.
Over with.
But continue, my niggas.
But it's one of those things where it's like certain shit, bro. It's like it's just like you have to be aware of shit, and I just don't think Deion at all was aware of. I'm not gonna say his impact, but aware of just the culture of HBCUs. Because even you hear him talk about HBCUs a lot of the time. He's like, yeah, man, my first time doing this, or this, and I didn't know this was this. So I don't think he really knew, hey, when we in public, shut the fuck up. If you ain't saying nothing nice, don't say shit at all.
Yeah.
You feel me? Listen, students have been critical about Jackson State. You feel me? Even some of the teachers, administration have been critical about Jackson State. Especially but niggas not going on the fucking news.
Old Myers was there.
You feel me? But niggas is not finna.
Hey man, shout out to my nigga Bynum. Go ahead.
Nah, you wild. You're wild. But niggas, but niggas is not finna sit here and go to the media. Like I think the only time niggas was going to the media is when Jackson State was doing that house and shit.
Yeah.
When it was like, we can't.
Motherfuckers didn't have nowhere to stay.
Yeah, you feel me? But and that was a thing. But a lot of shit that be going on, niggas complain about that shit internally. Now with Deion, since you had that clout, you had that power, nigga, easily. Hey, change this, and they would have did it. He when the day that he decided to go out and say some negative shit or talk about the money ain't right or whatever the case may be is the day he put a mark on HB, not even just Jackson State, but on HBCUs, because all I've seen is these white folks be like, see, if Deion was right.
Don't go there.
They don't go there. Don't do this. And Ole Miss and all these white schools, they just sitting back like, yeah, we was hurt before, but we're going to let y'all kill yourselves. We're going to let you dig your grave and hop in it.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be on the phone right now with the Southern Heritage Classic, too.
That ain't going to be so boring. I hate I missed the JSU Tennessee State days because Tennessee State and Pine Bluff.
Yeah, they need to be they really need to be trying to work that out. Man. Them motherfuckers, I told
nigga be like, motherfucking TC be like, yeah, we back. Don't worry about it. Get them niggas out of there.
That's when that video was released with Jones was the week after that. That's when I, like, bro, that man. Oh, shit, man.
So, final thoughts on this shit with Deion, because I got another topic I want to touch on.
Fuck him. Nah, let me not say fuck him. I'll just say that.
Fuck
I don't think everything is what it seems to be. I just think it's a lot of shucking and jiving going on. I think it's a lot of moving of the chess pieces on the chessboard. And I don't think I was wrong. Because, I was always skeptical even before he ever coached the game in the spring season. I was just always skeptical.
Yeah. Clyde?
I just think I feel rest in peace to
Uncle Phil.
HBCU coaching.
What?
Coaching?
Or just rest in peace to niggas coming over here. Not even just a Jackson. No,
CC got a hell of a class coming in.
But see, and that's why I said I'm speaking a little prematurely, but it really just depends on how the season goes. If the season goes downhill, it's rest in peace. If it doesn't, it gives a little bit, but it's not gonna be
what it was.
It's not gonna be what it was.
I think we'll have a chance.
I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna be better this year than last year.
What I mean when I say I'm talking about HBCUs. I think it's not gonna go completely to hell, but it's not gonna be as. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as it used to be.
I don't think it's gonna be bad as it used to be. I think it's gonna go back to what it was originally. Nobody talking about it.
That's as bad as it used to be.
That's as bad as it used to be?
What?
You say it's gonna go back to what it was, nigga. I'm saying it's not gonna be as bad as it used to be.
Okay.
Tomato,
but you saying it's not gonna be as bad as nobody talking about it.
I'm saying recruitment wise, like it's not gonna be like it was pre-Deion. You still gonna have people coming to HBCUs. It's not gonna be as many. It's not gonna be that big wave of niggas going to HBCUs. But it's still gonna be some.
You think?
Prominent players.
Oh yeah, they because
you think?
It's a different generation that I think now he done opened their eyes to certain shit.
I will say this: Deion did open a lot of people's eyes to what HBCUs have to offer. So especially when you got like these players coming up who parents went to and played at HBCUs, who might have been like, man, I went to Jack State, I went to. Some other HBCUs are good. NCAT, Southern,
Grambling, Tennessee State.
I went to these schools, but in the parent mind, you thinking, shit, I went there, but I ain't go pro. But now that Deion has shined this light, it's like you can still go there, especially if you might not be a 4-star, but you might be a high 3-star. Still getting looked at. Shit, go to one of these schools tell you too, and ball out.
Somebody who gonna help that two people.
Aubrey Miller?
Before him. Oh. Jacoby Durant and James Houston.
Yeah.
James Houston, like them and Aubrey, he get drafted. Shaq Davis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Bolden, Nugget. Like it's out here now.
These niggas could be beacons.
Yeah, for the next generation.
Yeah. For us, for HBCUs in the next generation.
I agree.
The players got more power than the coach.
Right.
Because if you see players coming and balling out from HBCUs.
I agree, but I also kind of feel like this era is just more so of a with this time era. So if it's not popping currently, it's not. I mean, niggas.
You can say it about any era. But I get you.
Yeah.
So.
Shit. I chose not to, but now I'm out here walking with the football team, picking up trash. But I'm mutting us. Man, get out of here, man. I should leave. I'm not even under contract doing this. I'm mutting us? Man, get out of here, man. They mutt me. These motherfuckers ain't even clean my goddamn office when I got here. I'm mutting y'all? Get your ass, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. All this shit here was trash in front of me. Who you think got this shit cleared out? That building right there got trash in it. It's fucking trash. What are you talking about? I need no goddamn donors to come out and help out, because people just want money. That's why I don't fuck with social network. Fuck out of here, man.
And the bigger issue, the school is fighting is the money that's owed to them from the land grant. Money that's been owed to them for the last 50 years. And that's something that can be a huge shot in the arm for our institution. And we have to be responsible enough to then take that money and put it toward infrastructure, put it toward new buildings, put it toward a robust endowment that can continue to build, to grow, and to set up other funds that's going to deal with the maintenance and the everyday use for our student athletes, and to bring in the talent and teachers where we're well staffed. So there's an opportunity there. Tennessee State has the bones to be a really. It's a great institution, but now it's time to go from good to great to eminence. to being exceptionally great with those opportunities, with those funds, and so forth. So that's what I'm fighting for. And the